Welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the San Francisco 49ers. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Running with Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Toss play, Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
Set, 50 to base. 50. And let's get this. Check.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Grimes, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
Yeah, an opening drive sack.
Yellow. On the line.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Motion, 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 motion. 53 to Mike. 53. Here we go.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it, as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Yellow, yellow. Yellow. I got him. He's mine.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Wide open receiver, complete. 28 yards to gain there on the catch and run. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Second and 11 at the 29-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Any day. Check out read. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Yo, what's up? Yo.
2nd and 11. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On the double. Hey, 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Shit.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36.
Check 50. Check 50.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And that is incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down.
He's coming. We got double up. Check. Hey, we got Mike 50.
From the gun, Grimes, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
The crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield.
I got it. Check.
On first down, here's Breida. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout the 9 now. They'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Alert flow. 53.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Time up.
2 yards on the pickup.
Motion.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Bucs 37-yard line.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Now a give coming right is Breida. 22 yards there, a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Exit. Check 53's mic. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. That'll be complete to Breida. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And let's get in that hole. Shoot! Yellow.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down.
Watch the ball. Let's go. Hey, go Mike 34. Get ready.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on fourth down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, fourth down, they went for it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
First down, Buccaneers.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And an alley to run. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, a full half to be played.
The Niners take over 1st and
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
55. 53's a Mike. 53. Check 53. Yeah, come on, now. Come on, now.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Open man is Ross, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Guys take over first and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Watch the slant. Delta. Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34, Mike 34. You're trapped, you're trapped.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Hey, check.
Mahomes now to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Switch, switch, switch. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Check safety, check safety.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator, 18 Gator. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
From the gun on 3rd down. Grimes. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
180. 57. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They're the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Stop here, D. Hold the look. Hold. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
I'm coming after you. 34's the Mike. 30. I don't need to. Check in. Watch Hayward. Watch the slack. Mike 34. scoop, scoop. All day, baby, all day, baby. Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34.
Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check. Lucky. Check nickel. Check. Bang.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down at the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 24.
Nice 50. Watch the screen. Check. Crunch. Watch the safety creep.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
And the Buccaneer 1st down.
No. Check 3. Watch the shit.
Now a toss, Kamara left side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Third and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's it, baby.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, 15. 30 towards the mic. 30 towards the mic. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go. Attack. What you got, Heavy?
Mahomes going to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
I got tripped this up.
Brings up 2nd and 9. Their 48-yard line.
Hey, 57. Bullshit!
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Scoot. I got him. Let's go, hey. Go Mike 34.
Now Mahomes. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 40. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They run again with Breida. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're in.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. Following the fumble recovery, Franks. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Rush in.
Throwing again. Franks looking downfield for Godwin. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it'll bring up third down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. You. Hey, watch 11. Slam. Drum team spin.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Block the screen. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Now it's Breida. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Check.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. A give to Kamara running right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Kamara, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Ready, set, fire, 64, weak. Ready,
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's 3rd down. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On 4th down, Franks, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and you can just about put this one in the win column for the 49ers.
Yellow. Shoot. So we got man. Yellow.
Mahomes to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guy. Guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
First down and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. One final shot, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output NFL on EA Sports.